Hi, I'm Jennifer Poole.
And I'm Dave Poole.
And this is our 20 Days.
Well, hello everybody, and welcome back to Our 20 Days. So today I'm sitting in the Columbus, Ohio airport. I've got a few hours to kill actually here before my flight goes later this afternoon. But I've been in Ohio and Indiana for the last couple of days, primarily to see a concert in Fort Wayne, Indiana, by a band called Big Big Train. If you're a progressive rock fan, you may be a fan. I always feel like I have to explain what progressive rock is. So it's generally something that's not always more orchestral, but certainly more complex. It's not boy meets girl, boy buys car, sort of rock and roll. It's more arranged. It usually has some unusual instrumentation. Like in the case of Big Big Train, they have a violin player. They also have a horn section that varies from song to song. But it's usually it's more complex, a lot of notes, usually. It's music that I've always been rather attracted to. So you'll hear names like Emerson, Lake and Palmer, or Yes, or King Crimson, Rush, Saga, are some bands that you might hear that are progressive rock. Neil Morse is another big name in that space. So the other thing I like about this particular band is the drummer is a fellow by the name of Nick DiVirgilio, who was the original drummer for Spock's Beard, which is another pretty well-known progressive rock band. And Nick lives in Fort Wayne. He actually works for Sweetwater Music, one of the big retailers, here in the country for music gear. And he does all the drum videos and things of that nature for their social media sites. And they have a rather nice performance facility here in Fort Wayne that Big Big Train is playing their first U.S. concert ever. And they've been around for a number of years. So this is kind of a big deal. The place only seats about 400, if I remember right. So it's pretty intimate. And I've got second row seats, or I had second row seats. So that's a great place to see things. So really enjoyed that. So the other great thing about this trip is I fly typically on Breeze Airways, which only flies a couple of days a week in and out of Charleston and in and out of Columbus, but they're dirt cheap. And it's a pretty well-run airline. It's started by the fellow that began JetBlue. So literally, I've spent $90 round trip on airfare. And so, but the downside is you have to kind of fly on their schedule, which means I flew up here Wednesday morning and am flying back Saturday afternoon, with the concert was Friday night. So I had a couple of days to fill. The good news is I have lots of good friends in the area. So my flight landed a little late on Wednesday morning, but I got to lunch on time and met Trudy and Stan and had a great time with them, catching up with their lives. And Trudy's about to retire, and I think she was giving her announcement to her boss this week. I know she was pretty anxious about that, so hopefully that's gone well. And then that evening, I hooked up with Terry Coates and his wife Tammy, and just caught up with them, had a nice dinner with Terry, saw his new home. They just moved in here in the last couple of months to a new place in the Dublin, Ohio area. So that was nice to connect with them. And then Thursday, ended up connecting with Tom Roberts, who you've seen on this channel. And Tom and I and his wife Amy and a friend of Amy's, Audrey, ended up going to a Columbus Blue Jackets hockey game. So that was a lot of fun, even though the Blue Jackets lost, predictably. But it was a good time. It's the first time I'd ever been to the arena, and it was really a good time. Really enjoyed that. And then Friday morning, or late morning, early afternoon, I hooked up with Paul Mormon for lunch. So drove to Dayton, connected him with a place called Young's Dairy Farm. So look that up if you ever have a chance. So it's really kind of an Americana type of place that talks about how you run a dairy farm. Hey all, thanks for watching this episode of Our 20 Days. Look for us at our20days.com, and please hit the subscribe button so you're notified of all future episodes as they drop, usually on Thursdays. Thanks for watching.